Okay, we're good. Chance of Yukara. Oh, I hate to break it, Scooter Lily, but I'm not playing Puppets on Sunday. It is fantasy Maiden War time on Sunday. Right. I mean, maybe I'll return at some point, but if I return to the Nuzlocke, which maybe I will at Sunday, it will be with probably having the game with probably reworking the game in some way, like I said, because as is, I think the early and mid game is fine, but that late game is became so uninteresting. Also, I really want to play Fantasy Maiden Wars because I know the big box or whatever it is for it, not Danmaku big box, the Fantasy Maiden War like complete thing or whatever just came out. So I want to do that. And like I said, for Puppet, I'll probably return at some point, but I might modify things to make that later portions of the game more intriguing. There's too much broken stuff in Puppet Dance, which leads decently into competitive play, in my opinion, but it doesn't lead well into the Nuzlocke style of play. Especially, like I said, early to mid game, I think it's fine. Like, early to mid game, I think the game played fine. I wish a lot of, like, the dungeons had, like, a bit more complete, like, trainers, instead of, like, all, like, the regular trainers being just bland nothings. But I like a lot of the way the bosses are designed. You have a lot of the question mark fights, but then you reach that late game, and it's too easy for a human to abuse the AI with how much broken shit the game offers you, so... I mean, I went into yesterday understanding that even if I did beat the Elite Four, which I very well could have done if I didn't whoopsie-woo in the Protect turn, I probably wasn't going to do the post-game. I was getting too bored of that late game. How dare you? I can't believe people have, like, things they do. That isn't just watch Twitch. Unbelievable. I'm gonna have to report this to my lawyer. Okay, let's go look at some Stage 4 shenanigans. Hey, you know what, though? It's a Friday today. And I just got off work. And that means I don't have to go to work tomorrow. It's the weekend. Oops. Oop, again. Oop, a third time. I do really like this attack. I think gameplay-wise, it's very fun. It's actually fairly slow, but there's so much to read. But that's not in like a terrible way. It's in a good way, in my opinion. She peerless on my win till I got. I'm sorry, she peerless on my win till I Dude, I'm telling you, this spell's so free, though. Much. Yamato? Bah. Too low. Oop. Really? The knight from the last wave? There we go. Whoop, that's not what I meant to do. Hello, Toaster. Oh, come on! Give me my cap. There's my cap. Okay, let's go ship it or rip it on me, Rico. Hey, we got the early fairy. Plus 100 faith. Whoosh. 100 faith big, exactly. How else am I going to get world record without it? Oh, you filthy, filthy rat. Certified bumper crop. No early fair for me this time. SMH. Funniest part is how I didn't get that 100 extra faith, and yet I have like 1,500 more faith this run than I did last run. So this shows how little plus 100 faith really makes, or how much of a difference it like doesn't make. How little of a difference it makes. That's the word I'm looking I could have done that cancel a bit better. I didn't edge it properly. That was pretty good cancel though. Offsets it a bit. See, more faith going into this mini Rico, but less faith leaving it. Or at least at this part, because I didn't leave the last one. Shows you how much of the game is just cancels. Cancels. Danny must agree. Yeah, the two fairies immediately after Shizua, I grade like half of the left one. Didn't do that faith manipulation properly, my 6k. It's me to recover. So 337 is pretty good for here. That I can get over 400. Yippee! Whoop. Don't do that, game. By game, I mean myself. Neat. The urge is killing me. I want to freestyle. I want to freestyle it, Hina. I thought about doing it yesterday, and then I didn't think about the middle of runs. If I do it, I don't know what's worse, if it works or if it doesn't. Oh, see, that's always why, damn it working is probably the worst possible thing. Always freestyle on Hina Final. Yeah, style on the first wave of the final. You can do it on the first two waves. I only did it on the first wave. You just cut between the wave, and as it's coming straight down, you stop. You guys, it's purely style points. Freestyle. You freestyle. You tell her, I'm just gonna freestyle on you. Where she shoots the red wave at the beginning, you just cut between the wave. Micro, yeah. That's it. It is the worst thing you could do, but it's really funny. Especially because it works. What's the point in a run if it doesn't have a few style points, you know? Completely arbitrary style points. The most important part of your runs. Kogasu final, actually. Like, just doing some freestyling. Some unnecessary micros for style points. Also stage 2 boss. Well, it's good on a stage 2 boss because it's like it's just early enough where you still feel like if you mess up, it's not that big of a deal. Very generous Hydro. Right, like there's no way I would freestyle on Aya. Unless I'm like that comfortable with this game. I almost completely had an aneurysm. Yeah, late skip sucks. That's very true, but you could just say Hydro Camo sucks. And like it's just part of the bill. Oop. Oh, yes, I did find it. Because, like, style points on, like, stage 3 is where it's, like, you could, but, like, that's where it starts to get, like, the borderline of, like, is this too detrimental? Also, 158 going into score going into Notorious pretty good. What do I usually have? It's like I said, like, later game style points is only if it's super consistent. Like, super, super consistent. But, like, the kind of sketchy style points, it's like stage 1 and 2 you could go for. Or stage 1 you could definitely go for. Stage 2 you could. Stage 3 I feel like is where it starts to get, like, you know, a little bit from game to game. I know this game is shortest game of the series that's not Eastern Wonderland, but... Not Eastern Wonderland, Touhou 1, or any of the Phantasmagoria games with good shot types. Like, obviously, like, Medicine POFV is going to have be a quicker run than this. But Sakuya POFV is not going to be a quicker run than this, so... Although in something like Pod, it doesn't matter who you play as, it's still going to take 5 years. You know, it's how relatively consistent that final is. I never really thought too much about how the her verticality movement can actually really affect your dodging waves. Run strats. I wonder how quickly you can get a Marissa B in this game. Because, like, obviously it would help. But I wonder actually how much time you save. Because obviously it doesn't help stages. It only helps against bosses. Sure, 60 minutes for the bombs. Interesting. That's saving you, what, like 8 minutes? Was that like 8 to 10 minutes, probably? So I thought this game is like in the 24 to 26 minute range. I believe? I think? Obviously, there's a little bit of variance with shot types. Okay! Fucking big persuasion needle player. Okay, I see you over there. Ah, pissy butt. I am 23 years old, that is correct. I don't know what that has to do with this, but... You can only do, you can only play runs that are, as long as your age. Me when I'm 50 and I have to play, Pod. Have to do bad shot type Pod. 50 minutes. Low average. Yeah, but, like, you also have to realize that that average... You're talking like the persuasion needle average here, bro. That's the worthless average. No one cares about that. Like, nobody uses persuasion needle. Middle, oh, you got the early fairy? We're so back. Ooh, I missed 100 faith. How long was my SA run, now that I think about it? I want to look. Obviously, the VOD is longer, but the VOD's not going to be the full length. It starts at the first minute. The question is, like, did I take, like, a few second breaks between some of the stages? Yeah, I sat like talking to Porin for like 40-50 seconds. So probably about 30 minutes on my SA run. Because from the start of my video to when I get the LNN, it was 31 minutes. But I did spend, looks like, about 45 seconds talking to Orin at the very end, like taking a breather after stage 5, so it's hard to say exactly how long it is. That was really bad cancel, by the way. I should be forced to retire. So maybe there was a little bit of other talking dialogue, so I think I'm probably like a minute. About 30 minutes seems fair. Say. Yeah, that's also, I think that's pushed a lot by Reimu B. Right? Like, I think she really does take a good chunk of that. Right? Like, I feel like that's a difference of probably about a minute or two. Like, I don't remember times off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure from when I've looked for PCB, the difference from homing versus, like, the non-homing, I think it was either Reimu B or one of the Sakyas I was comparing to, was like 2 minutes. It's because when you think about it, like, most attacks are killing, what, 1 to 3 seconds later, probably? Across, yeah, 2 to 3 seconds, so across all the attacks, it's, you make up like a minute or two difference across most games, I feel, give or take. The longer the game, generally, the more you're making up, or the bigger the gap, the shorter, the smaller the gap, to an extent, but. Like, for example, obviously in this game, the biggest difference is Divine Virtues. Right? Like, you're saving, depending on the shot type you're using, you're making your run, what, 10, 15 seconds quicker, probably? On just that one attack alone. It's obviously also a little hard to compare runs for sure, because, like, you never know when there's like an attack that, oh, there's an attack that maybe you messed up, you delayed it like a wave. Oops, you get pushed to the side for something, you don't kill it for like another 5 seconds, you know, your times get a little thrown off here or there. So like my 30-minute Rainbow B Subterranean is probably closer to 29 minutes, realistically. Especially with talking and like I spend time talking, so like the 31 probably cuts down to something like that. But it's hard to I can't say for faux show off the top of my head. Oh. Actually, very well could have had that gap. Who has the weakest damage output in LoL-K? Because I know LoL-K is, of the non-Phantasmagoria games, the longest. So who has the worst damage? Is it Sanai? Is it Rayson or Sanai? I assume it's one of the two. But I could also be mistaken completely. Overall, I think Sanai. Because it would be comparing, you know, across the course of the entire run. Of, like, who would take the longest to get through LoL-K. Assuming you're not, like, throwing damage on purpose, right? Assuming you're playing optimally, which character would take the longest in LoL-K? Ooh, I picked that up early. Rest in peace, face. Oh my gosh. 18,000 faith down the drain, dude. We're never gonna make it out of Gensokyo with that. Really? It's fine, I threw on purpose. Totally. Okay, Sanai and Rainbow, they're just about the same. Interesting. Sometimes, yeah, like I said, there can be that variation where it's like, oh, you know, you get pushed to the side somewhere, so you end up like not killing something as fast, or you know, you take a 5 to 10 second breather before a boss, or you know, during dialogue. Who knows? You sit there, you pause. Take a sip of water, contemplate the meaning of life. Ooh, you know what? I bet Oscar is not very familiar with the Touhou egg laying lore. So I think we should I think I should try to bring that up to him at some point. A bit faster, I believe that. She's specifically good at damage, right? Like, her biggest problem is that she doesn't have homing for, like, that stage 5, but she does have, like... She does have good Junko, right? If I'm not mistaken. And, you know, saving damage, especially on something like PDH. Or Dorami. Or Clown Piece. Can be a big deal. Especially in the game with, like, that game and PCB are, like, the games with, what if we just gave the boss, like, an absurd amount of HP for no good reason? stages. Yeah, doesn't Racing have a better spread? Because, like, Marissa's very tight and compact. Those are words. Oh, why would I do that to myself? Ooh, you know what I'm actually curious about right now? What is the difference between Sakuya A and Sakuya B DDC length? Or if it's like I don't know what actually deals more damage, Reimu A or Sakuya A, but like whichever one deals the most damage versus like Sakuya B. I wonder what the actual length difference in that is. Because that's probably like the biggest gap you're going to see across any of the games in terms of like the same game lengthwise, right? Oh, I just graded a bunch of points. And I grade more right there too. It's Minariko over. That's fine. Who cares about points when you have faith? Because, like, obviously high power to low power, shot types throughout the games, just like each given game, you're probably saving a minute to two with the high powered shot types, right? If you save a couple seconds per most attacks, and there's a few dozen attacks each game, you're probably saving a minute to two. But in the games with the biggest power discrepancies, like DDC, I wonder if that difference is still similar or if that's very different. Now that I think about it, I also am kind of curious about Perishable Knight. But there's like 15 billion different shot types and 2 different routes to compare times for. Only 227 faith. Rip. Uh-oh, what'd you find out? Another game that I think about with the difference, a non-Phantasmagoria game that I think about the difference is, I wonder if this difference in Mystic Square. Yeah, 23 minutes, Sakuya beat 33 minutes. Guys, the run is only like 40% longer. It's not that much worse. You're only lengthening like the hardest parts of the run by like 40%. And realistically closer to like 50-60% because like stage portions don't get shortened. Check in Magic Team. I mean, it's great to check them in, but you should also probably check their time while you're at it. Now that I think about IN, I know I've asked you this question before, and by no, I mean I'm pretty sure I have, but I don't remember. What IN runs do you have? What in runs? Gotta make sure you say the name of the game properly. I have an itch in my left ear. Final P only? Wow. Bro's never even perfected Aaron before? He can't even call himself a true Touhou player. Air to practice, but sure. You know, I'm also noticing another trend here, dude. Freaking Alan on his way to pick every single, just the most normie shot type possible in every game. Hello? Like, where's the interest? Where's the diversity? Pick all like the most normie ass shot types. Where's the Reimu solo? I didn't start. Now, to be... Well, hold on. Two things. First of all, I have no clue the differences in characters in Hidden Star. The only things I know in Hidden Star are the subseasons. And second of all, what subseason did you use? And that's important. Second of all, isn't Sakia, like, the best shot type in, I guess it's not the most picked one, obviously, so, you know, never mind that. So he's only fought. Wow, dude, just picking all the easy mode stuff. Oh, I see how it is. Okay, I didn't pick up that last 10K. Alan on his way to play Reimu A DDC. Doing the Gohei clipping thing where you like essentially summon two of them at once. Team IN 27, Saki 30. Ooh, so what you're telling me is that actually Imperishable Knight's worst shot types are actually the longest. That's interesting, because Lol K doesn't quite hit 38 minutes, right? I will say I'm never playing that again, or if I do play Reimu A again, it will be a long whiles. Because if I return to DDC, which is a big if, I am not. I am like 99% sure I'm gonna play Reimu B. If/when. Because, like, you know, there's two things. First of all, that I don't, like, stop playing Touhou. You know, that's, like, I would like to get to it eventually, but, like, you know, you gotta be realistic. There's a chance I stop playing Touhou. And, like, even then, like, DDC's, I can tell you this, it's very, very likely not the next game. You know, I'm not going to say it's impossible. It's very likely not the next game I'm going to, or the game after that. Try Marissa B. Yeah, isn't Marissa B like the boring shot type in the game? Because it's not broken, but it's not bad, but it's not dog shit. It's the most fair shot type. For non-scoring purposes, that is. is. Oh, okay, so bro's out here grinding USD and is like, what, you're just too cool for DDC? Is that how it is? Or you just giving up? You're like, it's Jover, you'll never... You'll never be that good ever again. You've just given up. SMH. I thought you were better than this. Yeah, basically, yeah. It's Kagura. Oh, DDC SMH? What? You're not telling me that arguably the most jank game in the entire series that isn't Eastern Wonderland is not your favorite? You're not telling me the game with arguably the biggest balance choices and like design choices in the entire series that isn't Story of Eastern Wonderland? Like probably by like a mile compared to like every other game isn't your favorite? I don't believe you. DDC is a game of highs and lows, in my opinion. That game has some really high highs and some really low lows. In terms of parts of the game I like versus dislike. Why would I... What is... Why? When are you gonna get a Great Fairy Wars LNN? Feeling it unbelievable. You're so close to the finish line with all the games. You're just gonna give up right before you cross. I'm gonna start reporting the news that Alan is washed. From what I've heard is that Mystic Square is a really good LNN, like a pretty solid one to play, and that Lotus Land is dog shit to play. FW, yeah. Where's your FW? Where's your Touhou 20 LNN? Expect you to be on that grind early. Is this right? Yeah, this is the run. Let's go. No, Alan, you don't understand. This is the run. Everything up till now is warm up just for this moment. You're here. That's why I don't have chat messages on the screen. Look at that dodge, dude. Oh my gosh. Dude, we're capping. Oh, this is the run, dude. Holy moly. Hold up. The nerves are gonna start getting me any second now. lost too much faith there. Never mind, this isn't the run. I can still be at 336 going into Hina. That's still pretty good. Let's have Moth Ellen. Wait. What shot type? Hold. What shot type? How do you forget your LNNs? Unless you're gonna be out here like, yeah, I got like 30 LNNs. I'm just so good, I forget my runs. Yeah, I have dementia. I just got Alzheimer's out here. As Ray B. That's I mean, it's like you might as well not even have the LNN at that point. Like, fucking A, dude. These big needle players. Once again, living in the world of big needle propaganda. Unbelievable. Like you could have Marissa B damage bug and I'd be like more fine with that, dude. Unbelievable. I would still make fun of you. I'd make fun of literally every single shot type that's not Rainbow A. But like needles, at least make it like unique to make fun of. Well, if you have an LNN this game, that means I can ask you a question. What are your thoughts on Hydro Camouflage? Okay, we gotta drop the hammer on this one, Alan. We gotta drop the hammer on this one. Mods kill this man. Pretty true, they're unbelievable. Say Rainbow A is a bad shot type is the truth. Dude, I don't care if you're claiming it's a bad shot type. I care about if you use that shot type. Unbelievable, dude. Are you calling homing weak? Hold up, Alan. Is that what I'm hearing? Am I hearing more needle propaganda from you? Y'all know it's the best shot type in the game. Like, you can be like diagonal her and deal damage. It's literally broke. You get a 3% damage boost for bottom huggy. How is that not broken? On the first wave of Hydro Camouflage, if you bottom hug, you get a 3% damage boost for that one wave. That's literally broken. Is best. I have no fucking clue what type of shot Marissa sees in this game. She could shoot pink fairy dust for all I know. Is it B-Bog? Okay, I mean, like, okay, versus B-Bog is, like, kind of obvious, though, right? You're trying to grind Marissa? Whoa, that's kind of questionable. Hold up. just gonna grind on Marissa. See, it's a turret shot. You mean the type of shot where you plant, where you like hold shift and like plants the weapons on the spot, and then like start shooting from there. Dude, the attack is free when it listens to you. Chicken Butt might be on something. Hydro Camouflage and Peerless Wind God are actually both free. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. Wow, you played her when she's the meta shot in Wily Beast? Unbelievable, dude. What a meta slave. Yomo is not real. Okay, Yomo in every game where Yomo exists isn't real. What's Mary W? Was it the wolf spirit one? Because there's like, was it Otter and isn't that Marissa Wolf for me thing? Because there's otters and there's eagle. I don't know if I've ever seen them abbreviated by like the name of their letter. Now that I think about it, I guess that's also partially just because I don't see Wily Beast talk all that often. And every time I do see it, it's, you know, kind of talking about how the run's like an LNN because there's like 50 of them. Are you? No, it would be. Yeah, that is action. Mario is my favorite Touhou character. Just like how is my favorite Touhou game. I'm really frisking around in there for no good reason. Okay, Chicken Butt. I'm gonna have to put you on trial here. Do you have any other LNNs? And if so, what are they? You don't have to say hi in return, you know, when I call out your name. This isn't school. I'm not taking attendance here. Call this school the way I just schooled Notori's ass. BCD side could be in say all Mr. Shackles as Marissa A counts as LNN. It's so true. Where the fuck do you have a 1 Mr. Shackles? Telling you, hardest shot type, hardest attack of the game. Yeah, in the game where homing like doesn't really exist, you know, it's like half homing at best. It's just pure dog shit. Random abort mods? Can we damn it! You should be glad my mods aren't here, or else. Whew. Alan, I think we gotta take this guy off of the leaderboard with this attitude. Like, it's unbelievable. But that's about you. At least you tried. I'm gonna give you some respect. And he went back to playing Needles. Hey, I'm on stage 4, the stage of hopes and dreams. Also, homing is literally broken because it makes Notori Final easier. You can't deny that, like, homing actually helps on that one attack. One of, like, the only few attacks in the entire game where it actually helps. It's literally broken. 3% damage boost while bottom hugging on certain spell cards. An easier cephalic plate. I think I've solved the Mountain of Faith meta. Thought should have been grinding the LNN as Marissa A the whole time. The 75 FPS LNN as Reimu A the whole time. Eek, eek, eek. Eek, fuck you, you piece of shit. What was that crisscross, you... It has been Momij over. Oh, yeah, that one also works. Oh, give me a second. My excuse is that it's Friday. It's end of the week, you know. After work, after the last day of the week, I'm tired, you know. Tomorrow will be better, for sure. You know, we get to sleep in, weekend. You know how it goes. Yearly Fairy, plus 100 Faith. I grade an item, it's Jover. It's a meteorite over. I grade more? Oh my goodness. Killed that too quickly. Didn't stop shooting quick enough. Don't bumper me. Hate this? Fine. Oh, did I lose a bit of faith in the middle there? I lost like 3k faith in the middle. Otherwise, this would be a really good faith pace. Otherwise, it's just pretty good. Actually, not even? How did I lose faith? It's Jover. Pretty bad fairy killing as well. I think the score world record is not happening this run. Shame. Now that I think about it, talking about the duration of runs, Subterranean kind of gets like really mixed up with its times because like if you like, I don't know how much the middle of stage 5 affects things, but like if you know, if you cap things normally versus time some things out, I wonder how much that affects like the duration. And also, like, if you safe spot Reimu A, you know, some people will, like, time out Satori Final just for the sake of it. I know a lot of people cap that, but I know some people won't. They just think, yeah, but I know it can throw off, like, a second here or there, depending on, like, exact kill times on certain mid-bosses. Satori's 2 spells? What do you mean 2 spells? Can you... What other Satori spells do you time out Graves? I picked up... Oh, rest in peace, Faith. This Faith run is Jover. It's that much. Yeah, but, you know, 30 seconds, 40 seconds makes a difference. So, yeah, it's a safe spot. I was talking about with Reimu A. I didn't know who else necessarily has a Satori safe spot on my head. Dude, where's my Fog Labyrinth safe spot? I think it's more than Boap. Is that true? I thought that like Boap would for sure give you 15 bajillion grays. Yes, that's probably just based on the positioning of Boap and how it shoots. Also, Boap is a very fun name to say. That's so slow. Yeah, but 2 to 3 minutes is noticeable, right? Oh, I love this attack. I hate this fucking attack so much. Literally free, though. Literally free. Free, yeah, that Hydro Tail of Legend is totally free. Remember, if you cap it, it means it's free. If you die to it, it means it's the hardest thing in the game. I did not kill the one on the left. Oh, fuck my ass. Fine. You know, here's a question I don't know if I've asked you, Alan. What's the game you have the most LNNs in? Or is it a tie? Oh, you do? Okay. Is there any others you have too, or is that the only one? You just have one? Yeah, but you say, but most isn't all. I was, I'm just curious if there's a... I wanted to double bait you to the right. Now my damage is out of whack. It's the only one. Just curious. Now that I thought about it. Can you, like, move to the right? Hello? Like, it doesn't really matter there, but, like, holy moly, she just went straight up and then straight down. Two more in a few games later. Like Sakuya B and Reimu B DDC? Is that what you mean? Like, you'd like to do a few in, like, the same game? Oh! You want to do Reimu Spring Hidden Star. That's what you must be after. All game LNN. What? Yeah, come on, Alan. Get on it. Get the all-shot type LNN in Touhou 20. Come on, chop. Oh, what? You're not gonna tell me you're washed? You're just gonna let Blue Bus beat you there, dude? You gotta turn this into a competition. It's the most important thing to do in a game that's not competitive. Big number for sure you're not doing it. Wow, that sounds like a coward. Sounds like he's scared. Eep! Fricky. Frack. Fine. When at the very least you can do highly responsive LNN. What am I doing? At least I remembered pretty quickly what I was doing. I just kind of like killed Momiji and then phased out for a second. I was like, oh, I actually captured today. I was like, oh, let's go. And I forgot what came next. I forgot that I have to pay attention to the time I kill her to figure out like exactly what I'm doing. You are not. I'll stop you right now. You're not gonna convince me to do a 16-second Momiji. I will take my 12 to 14-second Momiji that I get. Super. Dude, Alan, this guy's killing me. First, he comes in here with the persuasion propaganda. Now he comes in here and says super. Like, this is unbelievable. Yeah, but I also capped Orin onto stage 4. When you're not necessarily supposed to cap that, but I did every time. Some things you're not going to convince me over. Okay, Cooper. Yeah, I'd rather you call me Cooper, honestly. Like, that just fuels me. I don't like this. I like this. Sky. Hey, best pace in the last couple days. Come on, come on. It's literally free, Alan. Like, holy shit, that spell is so free! I hate Eye of Final. It's one of my least favorite attacks in this fucking game. There was a middle spot there where I was like, I'm about to die, aren't I? With Eye of Final once, I had pace to Eye of Final and I lost to it, and I died to it. I think I've done that once or twice at this point. I hate it because it's like, first of all, Eye of Final has two problems. First of all, it's an attack that feels like it should be free. And so it feels really bad if you mess up on it. Second of all, it's immediately following, like, Peerless Wind God, like, one of the most stressful attacks in the entire game. So you get through Peerless Wind God, you're on top of the moon, but then you have to go straight to the next attack and not fuck that up. Before you take, like, a breather. So it's like, it's painful by proxy. Yeah, but we had to die to these... These are fairies. What the fuck are these guys? I love enemies that shoot at random intervals. I love pressure. It's my favorite thing in life. I love when my hands start getting, like, slightly shaky. Because I'm nervous. It's my favorite thing in the world. I used to play board games with, like, my siblings and my parents when we were younger. We all lived at home together. And, like, if I was ever, like, about to win, and I'm, like, trying to, like, do a winning move or something, I'd like to play down like cards or something with like whatever game. My hands would legitimately start shaking if I like realize I'm like about to win. Or I might be able to win here. Come on, give me a good move, give me a good movement, and that's okay. That was so fucking improv for no good reason. Holy shit, I hate myself. That was, tactical throw. Sometimes you gotta throw for content. Okay, 5th ever pace to Sinai, that's pretty good. I have not lost a life already. Hi, Sinai. I've lost 2 different runs to you on pace. You don't have to do this, 9-1. I hate this 9-1. I actually really like 9-1. Fuck that, you piece of shit! What are you trying to do to me, girl? I don't know if it's like the pressure that makes me like more nervous, but I feel like Sinai Non-1 is like free every time I like do it normally, but like on pace, it's just like she just gives me the worst luck imaginable. It's probably a bit of a bias towards the moment, you know. Good reads there. Really happy with that one. I hate this final. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna turn off chat. There's so much on stage 6 that just can kill you. It's actually absurd. I mean, every game has this to some degree, but like, there's so much that can just kill me here, including this stage portion. But only way to know is to play. Yeah, almost messed that part up. With all that score, I'm gonna let go to waste. Hate this fairy. That fairy gave me a really good outside lane. Like, it gave me a really nice lane to get inside. Kaneko non-1 is a hard attack. I've said it many times before. Every single attack except non-2 is killed me multiple times. Really? It was the fucking first bullet! I start moving too quickly. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It was the fucking first bullet too, Kaneko. Might as well still play it out on here. I done this attack yesterday. Not on pace, but I did die to that attack yesterday. Don't forget to kiss your Kaneko, most important part of the run. Your run is considered invalid if you don't do that. Really? Why are you not dead? I died to this yesterday. Whoa, get frisky. And at the end all be all, it's still the hardest attack in the run. Because Fearless Wind God's actually free, so this becomes the hardest attack in the run. Oh, I moved too quickly. Woo! Okay. Third best pace, we take those. That wouldn't happen to bottom hug only G. You raise a good point. The 9-nod one is free because you cap the ones in practice mode? Yeah, that works. I'm gonna take a water break. Be back in a sec. See you, Juma. You know, I think I'm onto something with the never practice Fearless Wind God more than like 5 times. I think that's like the play. Once you're already used to the attack, you know, you gotta learn the attack, you gotta get better at it, then you're in practice, you drop a 100 set, but like probably can't replicate anything to that degree right now, but we still got some time. I'm in a good mood. I wonder why. I mean, have I not proved over this last week that it's actually free? Like, I think Game Glitcher was onto something when he talked about being the first player to get an LNN with Gorilla strats. Like, Fearless Wind God is just it's just wing it. You just wing it. You let it rip. You know, the more you, it's clearly all about if you overthink Fearless Wind God, you just die. But if you just raw dog it, then it's free. It's a good thing I'm here in the community to help find some of these new strats. Really break the game wide open. Still looking for that Hydrocam flush safe spot, though. I think the way to do Hydroid, actually, is to press the backspace button to turn on Invincible mode briefly. Good shortcut for that deck. I have died more to Hydro Camouflage on runs today than I have on Fearless Wind God? Wait a second. Literally 100% Fearless Wind God runs today. Holy face. I am bouncing my legs so much right now. Having a run like that just builds up so much pressure and anxiety that I just my energy level is just kind of like through the roof, and the only way for me to get it out is just by bouncing my leg over and over. 336 here, not bad, not bad. I need to get a heart rate on it for runs. Who knows if they'd even work on me? I have a habit of breaking blood pressure machines. Like, I don't go to the doctor, or, like, to a hospital that often. And yet, I, like much, like, at all. And yet, 3 different occasions of trying to hook up a blood pressure machine to me. It's like, oh, it's 3 different instances of just like, oh, the blood pressure machine's not working. Gotta go get a different one. It's not reading me properly. Broke my left arm when I was 13. Yeah, when I was 12 or 13. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think 13. Anyway, out of town at the time, and then we get back in town. I got to go to the medical center for like for some stuff afterward. And we go up. They're like, okay, I gotta take your blood pressure, and they hook up the machine. And try to run. It's like, no, so it's not working. So they get a second blood pressure machine. That one doesn't also. That one's also not gonna read you right. They get the third one, and on the third one it works. So I was like, okay, interesting. You know, it's a one-time occurrence of two of them didn't work, but you know, whatever. I broke my left collarbone 2 years later, I believe it was. And we were out of town once again. And we go to like the hospital and bring me in, hook up blood pressure machine. Oh, that one didn't work. Gotta hook up the second one. It's like, okay, that's curious, but you know, again. And then I got a new like doctor this year for I used to have a family doctor when I was little, but they closed business and I never got a different doctor. And then my dad has one, but they had an opening for like family members. And then I got into a new doctor, and I was just in there for just yearly like just physical checkup, just for that type of thing. It was the first time going to them, so get information down. And they and she goes up, checks my blood pressure. Oh, machine didn't work. I had to get a second machine out there. So 3 different instances. Now, there have been instances where I go in and it works first try. I'm just saying, 3 different instances where it didn't work. Also, I'm on stage 3 again. And it's not like I have, like, my blood pressure on any of those instances was, like, bad or anything. It's not like it was like, whoa, this is crazy. But, I'm just saying, like, 3 different instances of technically 4 different blood pressure machines that didn't work. 3 different instances, just saying. Either blood pressure machines are terrible and they break all the time, or I'm just built differently. Hi, Hydro. It actually literally has hi in the name. Hold up. She's greeting me? She's not making me have fun? We're so back? With that dodge? Holy base. Sometimes you just gotta let the bullets go around you. And pray. Nice job. I did a lot of hoping it would work, and then it worked. That's most of Hydro. Is like, this could work. Let's do it. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. It's really flip a coin. I feel like Hydro is just kind of flip a coin. Pa. Well, that's what I say. Like, oftentimes, like, that's why I said before that like Hydro Camo is an attack that I don't feel good capping. Because, like, although there's like, I'm not gonna, there's obviously, like, there's strat, I have reasons why I make the dodges I do at times. But, like, there's so many times on Hydro where I just, like, I see a move, and I'm just like, I just hope it's gonna work. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. It's just Hydro. Up! You know, I just hope I go a direction the bullet's gonna be open. Which is different than the type of thing on, like, Peerless Wind God. Because Peerless Wind God is like, I make a read, I see a hole, I'm like, I gotta go for it. Like, sometimes I'll get it, sometimes I won't. Sometimes, like I've gotten pretty good, I'd say, at, like, fairly consistently, like, reading game plans on Peerless Wind God and, like, seeing what I want to do. But, like, doing it is the hard thing. Because, like, some of these gaps are very small. But, like, it's one of those things that's, it's like, I feel really good, because I'm like, I read the line, and then I do it. So, like, most Peerless Wind Gods, when I cap them, I'm, like, really happy with myself, because I'm like, not only did I cap it, but, like, I knew, like, hey, I got the read, and I executed a really hard, like, dodge. That's great. Hydro is, like, I see what kind of what I'm looking for. Just go to where the hole might be, and hope the hole's gonna be there. And sometimes the hole's there, and you're like, oh, this is great. And then, like, sometimes the hole's not there. Stage 4, the Stage of Hopes and Dreams. And 3 Peerless Wind Gods, dude. Momiji actually is a hard part of the stage. You know, I kind of say that as a joke, but, like... And, like, I don't necessarily fully mean it, but I believe, you know... I think if someone were to say that they think Momiji is the hardest part of Stage 4, and honestly the hardest part of the stage, you know, I could believe people who say that. I could believe, yeah, I can see where you come from. Do I agree she's the hardest part of the game? Probably not. I think Divine Virtues is, but... I think Momiji absolutely is disgusting enough that she can be. It's also a different type of read, so, like, it's definitely very different than the other 2 attacks, so some people might be better at reading the other attacks and worse at Momiji. It's a pretty peculiar attack. I mean, I'm at the point where I'd probably say it's my opinion, the 3rd hardest attack in the run. That was a really aggressive move that kind of didn't pay off. Get me out of the corner. Whoop! I mean, another pace to Aya, we take those every day of the week. Do I believe that that Momiji is actually the 3rd hardest attack in the run? Top 5, yeah. 3rd? I don't know. I definitely put her somewhere in the 3 to 5 range, but probably closer to 4/5. Kind of subjective and a little bit based on the moment, too. Like, personally, I honestly think I put Saruta Cross at 3 and Momiji at 4. Although that is also a little bit because of the shot type I use. Oh! Fuck! Piece of shit. I've been doing this new strat on non-3 for weeks at this point. It's only the second time it's failed me. And that's kind of my fault. I didn't go early enough. Dude, Alan, I'm telling you, it's literally free. The proof is right in front of you. Trick the Fearless Wind God. It's a mixture of RNG and reading well. Like, there's no static type esque game plan. It's just take what she gives you and play well. RNG. Oh, I see how it is. Now Alan's trying to discredit my accomplishments. Oh, I see. Oh, it's just luck based. It's always fair. What do you mean by fair? I guess whatever your description, probably not. Do I believe there's always a fairly reasonable solution to Peerless Wind God? Yes. Can Peerless Wind God be notably easier or harder at times? Absolutely as well. Like, there are times when I would say you get a Peerless Wind God that's like, oh, this is probably only like... This is... Where there are times in Peerless Wind God where you're like, this was not, like, that bad of a Peerless Wind God. Like, probably not even top 3 hardest attack in that current run. And there's sometimes you're like, oh, this is the hardest attack in the run. Personally, I say Divine Virtues myself. Hello, 11. I had my 3rd best pace ever earlier, so... And I have to go back to playing as Aya and Attorney later. Usually quiet? It should be the same volume, I always have it. I've not touched the volume, the audio at all. I never mess with my audio settings. Like, sometimes I mute or unmute, but that's it. That's just the volume. Apologize for that one. Really had to just let it out. Speaking of the game, it's saying, yeah. I'm sorry, I turned the volume down enough so I could talk over the game. So I can ramble about eggs or whatever else I want to in the middle of runs. In your head, I believe that Cinnamon might have those. Let's see. Oh, it's already 7 o'clock. Oh, I guess I already have a good run. I guess 2 good runs. That last run was still really good. Like, pace all the way up to non-3 is a really good pace. They'll probably fetch some free Shavakadu momentarily. If you know what I'm saying. I keep losing a tiny bit of faith around that right turn. I was like 2k there. I grade some items there. That's disastrous. My favorite attack in the game, Scar. It's not even Scar Sign, it's just Scar. Right next to my favorite Touhou character, Remy Scarl. Fox moment. Loud moment. I know, it's weird how it's like sign for one and not for the other. Another Pace Pass Exile doll. Always what you want to see. In completely unrelated news, but a story that I found interesting. So yesterday, there was an NBA, National Basketball Association, I think is what they call. Head coach for one of the teams got arrested by the FBI after a game because of being involved with rigging illegal poker matches. That are involved with the Italian Mafia. Apparently, he was being used by the Italian Mafia as a face to rig illegal poker matches. A nice hydro, by the way. How do you report this to the police, though? Like, that's what I want to know. It's like, yeah, so this guy was rigging our poker matches. Oh, yeah, the illegal poker games that I was playing in, they were rigging. Like, I feel like rigging illegal, like, sounds like a double negative. Okay, that was a certified hitbox moment. I just let nothing but bad. I mean, hello, Fama. Hey, I had my third best pace ever, Fama. I lost pace to Kaneko 9-1 earlier. It was small, yeah. It's not until the more recent games where she finally got enough money for more alcohol. Also, Fama, I'm currently 2-0 on runs against Peerless Wind God today. So what I'm trying to tell Alan is that the attack is actually free. And I don't think he's believing me. Be the bottle sake that Rainbow hugs all day. Can't say I've heard that one before, but it's not like that surprising. So there we game. Well, I got consistent at Exile Doll. Then, like, 2 weeks ago, I became inconsistent at it. And then I sat down and, like, practiced it a bit more, and then I've gotten back to being pretty consistent at Exile Doll. It's not, like, perfect, but, like, it's back up to really good. Generally really good rate. And that's arguably, I think, the most important part about the early game. Is just how well my runs can be handling Exile Doll. Because Hydro is kind of take it or leave it sometimes. But, like, otherwise, it's not that bad until stage 4. But like, Exile Doll is such a just a deal breaker. Especially as the shot type. Stage 4, Stage of Hopes and Dreams. Moment I wipe, I'm done for the day, by the way. It's been 2 hours. And I've already had 2 pretty damn good paces today. So I'm not offended whenever I wipe. But you know what they say, pants stay brown because we never wipe. What the fuck? Never mind, I shouldn't speak. Nice clump, you bastard! Fairies surfing the waterfall? I just assume they're flying, but, you know, I've never really thought too deeply about it before. Oh, well, I guess I'll take two pretty good paces. I mean, I still had 3 paces to stage 4 that died either Momiji or earlier, and 2 paces that got past Momiji. So, that's 5 stage 4 paces. That's pretty good. Jeez, the LNN plan to have it. Yeah. I'll get back to you.